Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, this is going to be more of a beginner's video and showing you how to do just your basic double crochet, because I'm going to do a pattern just for a basic double crochet scarf for beginners, because it's a lot of the stuff I've been putting out is technically beginner level, but it's not stuff I'd be able to do when I was a absolute beginner. So here's how you do your double crochet. So you're going to need your hook, and again, this is the mystery hook that we think is a 5.5, but when you get your yarn, we'll grab this. When you get your yarn, this is just cotton, on the back of your label it's always going to tell you what weight yarn it is and then a suggested hook size. So this is a 4 medium worsted weight, and it's suggesting a 5mm. So just always check your yarn and then use the hook that it suggests, unless you're going for another look. That's a whole other story. So we're going to do our slip knot, and there's tons of ways that you can do this. Here's just, one. Do a loop and then flip it, if I can do it right, flip it on kind of like a pretzel, and then pick up the bottom loop with your hook and then pull, okay, and then tighten it by just pulling the longer strand. And there's lots of other ways, you can just look it up. So what you're gonna do is, now that you have your yarn onto your hook, we're gonna do what's called a yarn over. So bring the yarn over your hook and pull through. That's your first chain. Yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, pull through. Make sure to hold on to this bit, it just makes it easier to work. And try not to do it too tight. Okay, keep your hands kind of loose. Okay, and just chain for as long as you would like. If you're doing a scarf, you could do 18. It really doesn't matter what number, whatever number you like. And there's a couple ways also to hold your hook. I hold it, let me zoom out. I hold my hook like this, kind of like you would like a bike handle. That's how I hold knitting needles too. This is just how I do it. But some people hold their hook like this. This is like the pencil method, and you would go into your stitch, and pull up a loop the same way, but it feels really awkward for me. So I hold my hook like this, really lightly. I'm not holding real tight, I'm just lightly holding it. And then another way to hold your yarn is like this, and that is what creates your tension. And the yarn slides through your fingers, and you create your tension by pulling on there. For some reason, I don't know why, but I hold it between my ring and my pinky. That's just, well, no, actually that's a lie. Between my ring finger, my middle finger and my ring finger, just like that. And my tension's created by pushing in more to my middle finger. It's just, I don't know, it's the way I've always crocheted, and that's what's comfortable to me. But you do what's comfortable for you. So chain the amount that you want. Let me zoom back in. And then we're going to do a double crochet. So when you're doing a double crochet, chain the amount that you want, and then chain an additional 3. 1, 2, 3. Because that is going to create a double crochet like that. These 3 chains are going to act as a double crochet. So we're going to count back 1, 2, 3, and then do a double crochet in the 4th chain. Okay, so yarn over, count 1, 2, 3, and then go into the 4th stitch, just like that. You should have 2 hoops on your hook. So yarn over, pull up another loop. So now you have 3. Yarn over again, this time pulling through 2 loops. So now you have 2. Yarn over, pull through the last 2. And that's your first double crochet. So do it again. Yarn over, going into the very next stitch, which is right there. Going in, yarning over, pulling up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, one more. Well, we'll finish the row. Yarn over, go into your next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go into your next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so remember this acted as one, the chains that we skipped. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's continue. Yarn over, go into your next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, now see this last one? This is really important that you get in there. This is where crocheters, beginners usually mess up, is just knowing where to put your hook. Okay, so we completed our first row. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna chain up 1, 2. Okay, some people chain 3 to chain up. I chain 2 because it's tighter looking. So this, you're gonna want to put a double crochet on top of each double crochet. Okay, that's a double crochet, and here's the top of it. See that hole? This is a double crochet, and where we just chained is acting as it. So we already have one on top of there. See that? So now we just have to go into the next one. So yarn over, coming down into your very next available stitch. Okay, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, yarn over, go into your next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. Yarn over, next stitch, pull up a loop. Okay, yarn over, go into your next stitch, yarn over, yarn over, go into your next stitch. Okay, let me show you here at the end. This is where people also get mixed up. So here we have a double crochet. Okay, we need to work a stitch into there. Now remember, our turning chains also count as stitches, so we got to work in them. Okay, because if not, we're going to start to decrease our work, and it's going to start to get narrow and narrow and crooked. So yarn over, find the top, see there, go in, really just go in somewhere. People say go to the top of it. I forgot to yarn over. I just find the the closest. It's kind of hard to get the second loop. So this is acting as a stitch, okay? So you got to go in there and work a double crochet, and work it looser than you did the others, or else your work's going to be tight on the edges. So there you go. Another way is to also count as you're going, so making sure each row has the same amount, so that way your work is even the entire way. So let me do one more row. So let's chain 1, 2, turn our work. So remember, this stitch is acting as a double crochet, and that's on top. So yarn over and go into your next, which is right here, and work your double crochet. Yarn over, go into the next, double crochet, yarn over, go into your next, double crochet. It's just knowing where to put your hook. See the bees? That's the top of our stitches. We want to go under both, unless the pattern tells you back loop only. Okay, yarn over, go into your stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then remember our turning chain, we've got to work one in there. So there's 3 rows of double crochet. And like I said, the hardest part is just knowing where to put your hook and really paying attention to where you're putting for the end of the row, your turning chain. It might be easier for you to see like a chain 3. So let's try that. 1, 2, 3. So we're chaining up 3. Okay? Turn your work. Remember, this is acting as a stitch, so we don't have to go back in that one. So we're skipping that and going into the very next. I'm going to do this one a little faster so we can get back to that chain 3 and see how, if it makes a difference or not. Here's a turning chain. Let's chain up 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn our work. Go into the next one. Double crochet all the way across the row. Okay, and here was the chain 3 that we did, okay? So let's look at it. See, we did 1, 2, 3. So go into, yarn over, go into the top of the chain 3. You want to get both loops, really, technically, which can be tricky because it likes to sink in there. Now work your double crochet. Okay, so that's what we have. The reason I don't usually chain up 3 is because, see, it leaves kind of a hole. But I have a video on how to avoid a turning chain. But this is it. That's how you work your double crochets. And this would be the exact same pattern, it's too close, you would follow to do a scarf. You would just chain how long you want your scarf and just keep working up. And that's it. You'd have a double crocheted scarf. But like I said, see how when you do the chain 3 it has that hole? It is easier to find the top of it, but you got that hole. Which, I mean, I guess you could, you know, like weave in ribbon or something. But when you do a chain 2, you don't have a hole. So that's what it looks like for your double crochet. And basically this is a pattern for a scarf too. So like I said, just make your starting chain longer than what we did at the beginning and follow the same pattern and you have an easy scarf. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and you guys take care. Love you. Bye.